Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are about to get started with Open Mic Live. InDigital is on a mission to improve the 911 industry. Our goal is to create something better to go above and beyond the current standards. Our passion for creating the most advanced, well-designed solutions led to our position as an industry leader in next-gen core services. For the millions of calls processed over our emergency IP networks, to our Text for 911 solution, Texty, to our disaster recovery and backup solution, Mevo, it's easy to see we love what we do. For more information, check us out at www.indigital.net.
Rapid Deploy believes that every public safety agency, regardless of size, should have access to the data they need when it matters most. That's why since 2016, our mission has been to reduce emergency response times and improve public safety. We are the industry's only integrated emergency response platform. Our web-based cloud platform includes analytics, mapping, dispatch, and mobile apps, purpose-built for 911 in the 21st century. Visit www.rapiddeploy.com to learn how we enable effective, efficient, data-driven emergency response.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Hey, what is going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and it is December 10th, 2020, and we are live for Open Mic. Welcome back, everyone. It is Thursday, and how are you feeling? How are things going? I see people jumping in already. Hey, gang. Kelsey, what's going on? Glenna, what up? Gudrun, what's going on? Trish, Gary, we got everybody coming. Dawn, you have to pause your guilty pleasure. Not just guilty pleasure, but your secret guilty pleasure. Interesting. And yes, yay. 2020 is almost over. Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. I think it'll be good. Do we already have the first hashtag for this? Exhaustipated. Is that, you're so constipated that you're exhausted? Oh man. So there's another hashtag right there. Sonny, my homeboy, what's up, dude? What's going on, bro? And Code for Cafe says 2021. Better not say hold my beer. I know, right? What the hell? Yeah. Dawn, I watch freaking Jersey Shore, okay? No, that's all good. It's just the way you put it. It's the way you put it out there in quotes. Quotes. Secret guilty pleasure. Oops. Okay, I'll stop. Welcome, everyone. I see some of you are doing a roll call. Excellent. Janelle out of Kansas. What is going on? Everyone else, where are you at right now? What state are you in? What is going on? Again, like I said, it's Thursday. How are you feeling? What's your number? Between 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, of course, and 10 being awesome. How are you feeling? How are things going? Looks like, all right. Yeah, we got some stuff coming in. Don says, well, does anyone like to admit to watching that trash? I mean, I can honestly say I've never watched an episode before. Let's see. Tracy's out of State of Confusion. That all right. That's a new one. That's excellent. So we've got, let's see, Colorado, Arizona, California, Alabama. Let's see. Um, we've got 6, 5, some numbers. Okay, we'll see if we can get that 5 up there, Glenna. Yeah, we'll see if we can bump it up there with some funny stories that we'll be getting to here soon. Gudrun, you're also State of Confusion. So there's a few people. All right, a few people coming out of State of Confusion. Let's see, 7, 8, Gary, New Jersey. On FB, best week in a long time at an 8. Excellent. Trish, North Carolina, solid 8.5. Nice. All right. Brian, what up, dude? Ohio, Christina has a 10. All right. That is good. Jumping in at a 10. Awesome. Tim, what's going on? At a 7. All right. So we got some people coming in here with some high numbers. Pamela at a 4. Okay. We're going to see if we can get your number up there and, see if we can get to some funny stories like we usually do here. But before we get to all of that, Crystal at a 5, again, we're going to try to get those numbers up there. There's a few things that I have to mention before we get to the funny stories. Also, make sure to share this broadcast in your groups or to your page or, wherever, and then throw in some reactions. The more reactions, the more people watch, and I appreciate it so much. This episode has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy, and thank you very much to the patrons and new VIP patrons, Jackie and Josie out of Alaska. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. And Erica, my homegirl out of Michigan, and is at a 10. Very nice. Yeet to that. Yeah. Excellent. All right. So episodes posted. 356 went up with Brittany. Excellent one. 357 is out there for patrons now. Joe McCarville from 91 Gold Line Training. If you have not checked out what Joe does, check out what he does. That dude is badass. Excellent stuff. He's the owner and instructor of 91 Gold Line Training. And the episode that we just did recently was on the inland hurricane that hit over in his area in Iowa. Would have never thought, man, an inland hurricane. Holy shit. That's right. So that episode is an excellent episode. That one drops this coming Wednesday. Again, if you're a patron, it's already out there. So make sure to check that one out. The Be the Difference Conference, Be the Difference 2021, that is February 9th through 11th. I'm going to share this here. And kablamo, right there in the comments, DeniseAmberLee.org for Be the Difference. It's going to be an amazing conference. Make sure to check it out. It is free. Go there, register. You can register now. Even if you can't attend live, you can watch on demand. So again, make sure to go there, check it out. And it is powered by Within the Trenches Media. And it's going to be good. So make sure to check it out there. Let's see. Josie's on the council, but about an 8 tonight. All right. Excellent. You are at a number 8. That is good. Good. Got some good numbers coming in. See, Kelsey says, I've worked a few hurricanes and thought maybe they followed me when I moved to Iowa. Yeah. And had a hurricane there. Right. What the hell, man? Would have never thought. Also, imagine listening. August 24th, 2020. This past August was, of course, National I Am 911 Day. It was also the day that we did the very first virtual Imagine Listening and open mic session, and there were 200 people. It was amazing. Thank you all so much for showing up for round 1. Round 2 has been set up, and that'll be in 2 Mondays. It'll be December 21st. We're going to be doing round 2 of that session. There will be coins available as well. I have sent out coins and pins to those who shared stories. A couple people didn't get their stuff. I don't know what's going on with the mail. I had tracking numbers, and they're held at different places. They had plenty of postage as well, so I don't know what the hell is going on, but those are going to be going out there. And one last thing, I implemented something to start building a community. One of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while now is to build a community that really is in one place. Okay, one place, or at least to try my best to get it into one place, because there's communities or groups in all different social media platforms. And well, I have it in this video that it will explain, and I'm going to add the link here. I think there's about 60 entries left, and it would be awesome to get all of you to be, a part of it and join it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this really quick, and then we will get to some of these stories here. So be thinking of these stories. If you have any funny 911 stories, throw them in the comments, and I will read them. Also, if this is your first time at Open Mic, put that in the comments as well. I like to see, who are the new ones that are coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and we'll get started. Since the beginning, something that I've wanted to do is to build a community, not just have everything tethered to a specific social media platform such as Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I wanted to bring everyone together. So Discord can help us do that. Once you've accepted your invite, it'll bring you here, and you'll see the welcome, the rules. Once you press the check mark, it'll reveal the rest of the channels here. This is where we connect. This is where we continue the conversation, whether it be announcements, live streams, the Code 7 Podcast Network, where all the new episodes for the podcast and live streams will be posted, general chat, memes, resources, Open Mic Live to get some funny stories to be read during that, and the Dispatchers Roundtable, even virtual events where we will continue the discussion. The upcoming one, the Be the Difference Conference. This is how we're going to be able to connect and continue a focused conversation. There are even voice channels where we can go in, hang out, and talk over video and audio. This is how we build the community, and welcome to the trenches. Oh yeah, there it is. The trenches. Welcome to the trenches. And that is where I want to bring as many people as possible so that we can have, just the way you saw it on there on the left side, the list of specific, like, focused conversations that we can have. It was blowing up today. I posted it on my my personal Facebook, and it was just going and going and going, which was awesome. For those who don't like a lot of notifications, you can fix those to your liking. So you can do that. But there is so much stuff that we can do with this as well. And it's just one more way to bring everybody together, so that, like I said, we can make those connections, have those focused conversations. And already what's going on with it is exactly what I was looking for. And I'm hoping that we can continue to build it, and just go from there. If you're a patron, you've got a special role. Your name will be in red as a patron, and there are some private channels that you can go to where we can talk about stuff that are patron only, as well as voice and video chat where we can just jump on and talk. But also, that is also part of the main section as well. There's a lounge in there where all members can go. And I was in there with Dan and Brittany earlier today, and I was kind of testing it out, and they just jumped in, and we were in there talking. and just chatting about whichever. So it was good. And like Crystal says, right, I had to mute I had to mute my phone. Yeah, well, there was a lot of people that were in there and just getting to know each other, talking, a lot of questions, the dispatchers roundtable, people were they had topics and all that that we're putting out there, and that is what I was looking for. Those types of conversations where, looking for different topics to put out there for the roundtable. I come to all of you who are part of this community to, help out with some of those topics. And again, there's just a lot that we can do with Discord, and I'm excited to be able to use it. And again, that link is there, and you can join by just clicking on the link. It'll add you in there, and we'll go from there. But again, you can hit the settings and work out the notifications however you want. I have mine on all the time because I'm the one who's running it. And I need to do that. Let's see. Don says, is that live only, or does it stay up there so we can see what all has been happening? No, it stays there. You can see all of the message history and everything. And I'm looking down at my watch, and someone just jumped in. Welcome, Hunter. Welcome to the trenches on Discord. Thank you so much for joining. I do want to jump in and show you a picture really quick. My homeboy Gary is on right now, and dude, so this is awesome. I haven't had a chance to share it on social media yet, but I'm going to show this because this dude is badass. Friend of the podcast, and has been I believe on every one of these as well, and also big contributor to the Dare to Be Great conferences and such. Dude is awesome. Here's a picture right here. Boom, look at that. That right there is excellent. An excellent Christmas suit. This is his home, all decorated and everything, looking amazing. And then up at the very top right here, you see that I am 911. Dude, very, very cool. Very awesome. Thank you for sharing that. There's going to be other pictures that I end up sharing on social media. Some of the ones that he sent me where he was actually, putting it together and all. Man, I don't know how you got up there and put it up, but very cool. I dig it. That is awesome. And, well done, dude. Ooh, we got more people joining the Discord here. Excellent. Again, like I said, there are about 60 entries left. I only had 100 out there because I'm trying to build it slowly. But once we get those, that one specific link it'll cease to exist. But I will end up creating another one that people will be able to go off to, because I haven't shared it on Facebook yet or Twitter. And again, for a reason, because I wanted to do this slowly first before getting, tons of people there, and then me trying to figure out how to moderate and everything. So it's there. Thank you all for joining. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, Gary, dude, awesome stuff right here. And that is excellent. Well done. All right. So let's get some stories in here. Throw some stories into the comments, and I will read these stories. If this is your first time, Hunter, it looks like this is your first time here. Welcome to this part of the community, Open Mic Live, and yes, I'm taking my jacket off because it's actually warm in this room where it's usually pretty cold. So taking this jacket off really quick. So the way this works, for those this is your first time here, people end up sharing their funny 911 stories, whether they're calls or they're actual open mics, anything like that. We end up sharing them in the comments, and I read them, and we laugh together. And sometimes I'm laughing so much, and sometimes my mom jumps on as well. So then people start sharing stories that are very raunchy, and I'm trying to figure out how to say these stories with my mom, who is in the comments. And sometimes it'll be all the way till the end when she's like, "Oh, hi." Yeah. So let's get started here. Throw in some stories. Actually, let me pull up Discord really quick, because there's actually there was a story on here that I wanted to read. So let me go to it really quick here. And all right, here it goes. So it says, our call taker took a call for a welfare check. And the person who is sharing the story, her husband, got dispatched to the scene of a naked man in a recliner. Fancy. Was dispatched to a scene of a naked man in a recliner who only had a towel draped over his lap. And she says, "While my husband was regaling us with this scenario, our call taker piped up and said, 'Oh yeah, the caller said this guy usually was naked. I chose to let you find out on your own.'" Oh no. Oh, that is excellent. So I have to ask, have any of you done the same thing? Have you had a call where it was something like this, where the person was naked or something, and just kind of let them find out on their own? Can you imagine, man? You get a this call that comes in, and you are the officer heading out there. You're like, "Oh, man, what is going on with this? I'm gonna get out there. What is he doing? He's on a recliner. I can't do anything for the person. I'll go and I'll check it out." But then you get there and you get out of the car thinking it's nothing, and then you look and wait, what? Like the person's literally on the front page. Oh shit. Oh man. I'm not going to say who sent that one in, just in case, but that's a good one. I like that. And look at that. I'm already crying. Let's see. Don says, was the recliner in the mall or out in the street? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm assuming it was out in the street or something. I don't know. I mean, it was a welfare check for this person, so. And actually, I think the person who the person who sent it is in the comments right now, so maybe she can say. Oh. Or don't. I don't know. You can say whatever you want to say. All right. Let me go up here really quick. Let's see. Tracy says, "Hunter, it is the bomb when Ricardo gets embarrassed. His ears get red and he giggles." Oh, damn it. You gave it away. Oh, geez. Hashtag try to get Ricardo turned red. Yeah. Or to turn red. Let's see. I got one here that says, "I had a shark bite 911 call this week." Wait a minute. Wait. Let me read that again. "I had a shark bite 911 call this week. Bite him right on the leg while surfing. That is very rare for my area on the Oregon coast. So it was super exciting for us." What? Dude, I know, right? I probably would have taken the call and been, what? Like, are you serious? Like, for real? Like a real shark? Like a real shark? I don't know what I did there. I don't know what that was. Um, let's see. Gary says, let me guess, he didn't want to stop his secret guilty pleasure. Oh, you're talking about the recliner one? Oops, too soon? No, man, not soon enough. I mean, was on that lazy boy. I'll stop. I'm trying to catch up to the comments now. Kelsey says, what? I've sat around naked with just a towel over my bits. Oh shit. All right, let me get back to this. Oh man, the comments are just like going and going. I'm trying to catch up over here. Oh, please respond to 123 Main Street for a surprise. Swing. For a swing. Okay, let's see. Hunter. So okay, Hunter, your comment, it gets to arriving advised there were. So this is the other thing. I use a third party platform to be able to stream to, everywhere else. And sometimes if a comment is too long, I can't read all of it. So I'm going to read it and then I'll tell you where to stop. So it says, I had an elderly lady call this morning actually and state she had an alarm going off in her house and she couldn't figure out what it was. She said she did have a fire and CO alarm in the house. So I advised her to leave the house. She had a landline attached to the wall and couldn't stay on the line with me to finish the EMD or determine what the bearing sounded like. Okay. I sent the fire department for a possible CO alarm and they arrive on scene very shortly after arriving, advised there were what? What were there? That's where it stops, man. Let me know what it says. Back to Dawn. I was just wondering why it was a big deal with him being naked, if he was in his own house or whatever. And then Josie says the recliner was in his house. He had medical issues and his friend called in because he was worried. Oh, all right. And Kelsey says, officer, what is the subject wearing? Me, nothing. Officer, 10-9, me. No clothing description. Officer, click. Me, 10-4. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Josie says, it's amazing to me how fast officers respond. Yeah, I guess. Is that how it happens? Okay, hold on a minute. Let me go back up here. Tracy, you just did no, I don't even want to say that. That's like saying quiet, or if any of you are in dispatch right now, my bad. Was it a shark or yeah, see, there it is again. No. Let's see. And get back to Hunter. Okay. There were no hazards and it was only a cell phone alarm going off. Oh, it was a cell phone alarm for the lady. She said it was a cell phone alarm. No. Aw. Oh. Oh man, now people are writing back stuff about the Q word. I'm in dispatch. Goodrin totally behind the desk and missing all the fun. It'll be all right. The Q word only works if it comes from someone who is in the center with you. That's how it works. I mean, if you look at the policy and procedure, that's how it works. I'm sorry. Oh man. Robert says, I'm hoping you didn't wake up the dispatch gods. I'm here until 8 a.m. Oh, dude, I apologize. But again, like I said, and Josie as well, I love how you right there. Check it out. I'm on console, asshole. why you say that. Oh man, that right there. Well done. That's amazing. Oh, geez. All right. Let's see. Oh, Kelsey says, you're in the center with me. Yeah, I guess you're right? I meant sitting by you. Like, if you look at the special tips, it's if the person is across from you or console. Yeah. Technically, you're in everyone's center right now. You're right. You're right. Shit. I don't know. You know, if I had some salt, I could just go like that, and you guys would be all right. Oh shit, this is good stuff. Let's see. Hunter says, "Indeed, an alarm to wake her up." That kind of that sucks. But you know what? It's good. It's good that it ended up being that everything was fine, and she was all right. It was just that alarm. See, Julie says, "Woohoo! I'm off." True. You have to be in the center. Oh, geez. Let's see. Man. Josie says, "What size shovel do you want me to send you?" Oh, this is fun. Thank you all for joining me. This has been great. But that's my time. No, I'm just playing. Let's see. Hunter says, I happen to be called the structure fire king at my center. We dispatch for EMS, fire, police, sheriff, and answer all the 911 and non-emergent lines. Apparently, I bring the structure fires to my center. So you're the person. You're that person. Okay, how many of you that are watching right now, how many of you are that person? I was not, which kind of sucked because sometimes, the night would be slow, or whichever. But if I was working with certain people, man, you knew that shit was going to hit the fan, that something was going to be going on, that you better have your food already. I was going to say already heated up, but that shit doesn't matter, right? Because you can heat it up and then get on a call and then it's cold and you keep nuking it. By the time you get to it, finally it's alive and has limbs because you've nuked it so long. Oh man. Let's see. Dawn, typically referred to as the ship magnet. Yep. Julie, Hunter, I am the person that ruins the night. Gary, hashtag Black Cloud. Yep. Robert, there you go. Josie says, I'm a white cloud, but my sister is a ship magnet. This is true. Yes, from talking to the both of you. Yep. That's right. Let's see. Tracy. So a lot of you who are in here right now are the shit magnet. Oh man. What the hell? Let's see. Good run as well. So Josie says, we sound identical on the radio, and I sat at EMS one night and a car explosion came in. Oh no. See, even the dispatch gods couldn't tell you apart. They were like, oh no, it's the ship magnet. That's the one that's on. Oh man. Let me go back up here. And Gudrun says, let the robberies commence. Hunter, it fires, it's fires, shots fired, stolen vehicles, or physical disturbances. Ship magnet is my name. Hunter, shit magnet, Evans. I mean, it rolls off the tongue, dude. It sounds all right. Let's see. Robert says, I only have to walk into dispatch, and within a couple of minutes, the 911 CAD goes off. My fellow dispatchers say, you brought it. Oh, man. See what is going on here? All of you are straight up magnets. But again, it makes the night go by fast, right? Right? You don't get to get up and eat or use the bathroom or anything, but and I'm sure everyone's pissed off at you. But the night goes by fast. Let's see. Josie says, Medic 1 texted me and said, no. I said, don't worry, it's me, Josie. I sat down 13 minutes before the shift. It will be fine. So that's good. That's good to have a white cloud. That is awesome. Hashtag white cloud. Let's see. Gary says, I was in a small agency, regional center only. When I was on OT, I was called Storm Center Hill. That's a good one, man. I like that. You should get like a plaque or something that says that. Storm Center Hill has arrived. Oh man. I dig that. I really dig that. Let's see. Melissa says, me, I'm that person, and even the surrounding counties and the air ambulance dispatchers know who I am. Damn. What? Oh, dude. That is something right there. Well done. Well done. Let's see, Josie. We had 4 calls for the rest of the 12-hour shift. See? That's awesome. So you are the complete opposite. That is excellent. You and your sister are literally a yin and yang type. So let's see. Crystal says, when I worked 11 to 11. Ooh, 11 to 11. Ouch. The working shift would blame me for bringing it every day. Oh, man. Don says, I'm typically the one with the broom cleaning up the shit. Okay. Camellia, you said I'm the weird stuff magnet. All right. What kind of stuff? Throw some of that in here. Let's see what kind of weird stuff magnet you're talking about. Let's see. James, my partner and I were talking just before the shift started, and I was thinking out loud about how we haven't had a person get what? She was yelling at me to shut up. An hour and a half later, it happened. Oh, dude. See? You put it out there. You put it out there into the world, and it happened. Man. Janelle, hashtag naked people. That's right. Hunter says, I'm definitely making that addition to my title. Erica, me too. Yep. Kelsey, hashtag White Claw. Is that what it sounded like I said? White Claw versus White Cloud? My bad. 11 to 11, gross. Yes. I've worked in 11 to 11 before, and that was interesting. You know, there's not a lot you can do, but I guess if you don't have anything going on that day, whatever. Work it. Work it. Oh, God. Kelsey, bullshit magnet, or hashtag bullshit magnet. You know, what Dawn said, we should do that, dude. You should throw in some of the words from the word cloud in the Open Mic Live channel there on there in the trenches for Discord. Then we'll have them all on there and stuff, and just can keep adding them until this, the open mic, until I can make the open mic logo out of all of those words. That would be badass. Yep, I'm digging it. Let's see. Caitlin says, my old shift literally called me the Grim Reaper. Every time I signed on, someone was dying. Dude. You want me to Photoshop you in a Grim Reaper? With a scythe and everything and a headset? Oh, dude. That's crazy. That's funny, but that sucks. Oh, man. I mean, the name is what I'm talking about being funny, not the other thing. The name, calling you Grim Reaper. Let's see. Hunter says, going back to the naked guy earlier, I did have a night where I let my sergeant find him naked in the street. The caller said he would know who it was because he was naked. He also had warrants, so they got to get close and personal. It's like, see, that's what would suck, man. Because already going into it, you're like, oh, put on your gloves, dude. Got to go out there. This dude is just straight up butt ass naked. We're going to have to get him up, put him in cuffs. And then you get out there and the dude's like, I'm not going. And you're like, come on, man. Why you got to do this? It's like, you stank as it is. Just get your dirty ass up so we can take you to jail. Oh, man. I would not want to do that. That is crazy. Let's see. Melissa says, I used to do 2 to 2s and loved it. Don says, I would love 11 to 11 as long as it was AM to PM. Yep. Kelsey says there are 183 of them. Damn. See? We've been doing this since the beginning of open mic, and there's 183 words in the word cloud. Superb. Let's see. Kelsey says, I've worked with a Grim Reaper. The only time I would hear them on a call, they were counting compressions out loud. Man. See? Yeah, I worked with someone that we used to call the Killa. Her first name rhymed with Killa. So that's why I named her that. She was on my team too. So, you know, we would go through that as well. Crystal says, I'm not a morning person, so 11 a.m. was a good shift for me. That works. Let's see. Melissa says, I had a spell like that. Every time I answered a phone in 2 counties, someone was dead. Dude. I don't know what to say. This is the craziest thing. All of you that are in here, pretty much, are magnets. Are Grim Reapers. Ooh, man. I have to make a roll on there for the Reapers. Craziness. James says, former partner had a tattoo of the Grim Reaper holding a red phone on his forearm. Oh, no way. Oh, dude. Hunter says, my sergeant told me he was helicoptering when he got there. Ah. There's another hashtag right there. Hashtag helicoptering. Oh, man. Let's see. Tracy says, hashtag you stank. Melissa says, I stopped answering for a while. Dude, I would have too. I would have tried. I would have said, okay, all of these calls have come in and this has been the result. How about you take me off of phones? How about you put me over to run just, you know, like warrants and plates and licenses for right now, because the community is not doing well calling and me answering. Oh, geez. Tracy says, we're dispatchers. We deal in death. This is true. Yeah, it's part of it. And, you know, that's why we also come on here to just kind of talk about a bunch of different things and just laugh at the funnier side, the lighter side of dispatch. So this is always a good time, and I love having all of you here. It's been superb. Melissa says, we are small agencies, we do it all. Yeah, I was from a kind of a small agency, and yeah, we did every discipline of public safety, and you know, sometimes it would get pretty crazy, from, you know, the crazy stuff like that to some of the weird shit that would come in. You know, people seeing UFOs to an elderly gentleman who was at a trailer park that was about 5 or so miles away from the county fairgrounds. And he called in once to ask me if we could have the county fair turn down the volume. That's right. You heard me right. He wanted to see if we could have them turn down the volume because it was too loud at the trailer park where he was at. And I remember, you know, I told him, sir, you know, they can't just turn the volume down. Like, there's not a huge knob where they can turn down that volume. But I had an officer call him at least to also tell him because he didn't want to hear it from me. He was like, nah, dude, you're not cool enough. So, yes. So it went from there. But yeah, that's one of those things, you know? Kirsten says, it was too loud, poor guy. I know. Like I felt bad for him too. But there's no knob, dude. Like I can't like get a knob and put it in and turn it down. Yeah. What can you do? You know, just head over there, man. Grab a corn dog. You'll be fine. I did not tell him that. Those corn dogs are pretty good though. Okay. Let me get back to the comments here. Melissa says we work 2 to 3 dispatchers at a time. Not unusual to have an office conversation, a 911 conversation, and radio traffic all by yourself. Yeah. Let's see. Chelsea says me and my deputy were talking about a death call we had with a creepy family in our area that he went on a while ago. Well, then he went to go drive around, and 5 minutes after he left, the coroner calls and tells me he's on his way to his family's house for another one. What? It gave me the heebie-jeebies so bad, chills down my spine, had to walk it off. My deputy immediately messaged me on the CAD and said, it's because we were talking about it. I said, it must be some kind of voodoo magic. Dude. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Kelsey says, if you don't like the county fair noise, don't live next to the county fair. This is true. I mean, I think he was a little more than 5 miles away. Either way, though, it was loud enough that he was mad. He was pissed. Also, he just kept calling me dispatcher. Like, come on, dispatcher, get him over there and turn it down. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Kirsten says, why is it that our answers are never good enough, but an officer's answer is the same, makes them happy? That's true. I don't know that. I guess they feel that, I mean, they have more authority, I guess. I don't know, but that does seem to be the case, right? You tell them something and you could be reading the law verbatim and they still want an officer to call them. And well, yeah, sometimes you just give it to the sergeant. Sergeant calls and you are on your way. Continue going. Let's see. Don says, so one of my guys makes a traffic stop at 4 a.m. across from a trailer park. He's got a boot with him in the car. A few minutes later, I get a call from a resident at the trailer park who tells me I need to tell those cops to turn their lights off. His dogs are going nuts. I mean, what do you do? You just send them an MCT, right? I mean, your officer's out there training somebody. It's like, I'm sorry, sir. We're trying to make sure that your area is safe, but we'll let them know. Because that's what we do, right? We help. We let them know. Kelsey, corn dogs. I know, right, dude? That's all he had to do. Just go over there, embrace the county fair, grab a corn dog, and leave happy. Because after you get done with all that breading and everything that's around the hot dog, you're gonna pass out from a food coma, and then the noise doesn't even matter. It's fine. You're good to go. You are good to go. Crystal says our center went through a period where we had at least one death every day. It lasted almost 2 weeks. So I don't want to live in your area. That's crazy as well. That is very crazy. Let's see. James says, I want to know what the city planning board was thinking when they parked a 55 and older community along the fence line of the high school. Yes, the high school was there first. Every time the band practices or football game, it's too loud. You're right, dude. What are they thinking when they put stuff like that? because then there's more taxpayers' money, I guess, that ends up going afterwards, because of all the different calls and people going out. Or, I mean, what can you do? Again, you don't have that knob to turn down the game. Imagine that somebody going out there into the audience being like, okay, I know it's a good game, dude. I know. Can we bring it down? Can we pull it in? No, they want to cheer. They want to have a good time. Let's see. Don says, they explained to him that they can't turn the lights off. It's for their safety. And he says, they will want safety if my dogs get away from me. Oh, dude. And he hangs up. So, of course, when they clear, I tell them, and they said he went outside and was hollering at them to turn the lights off. Dude, can you imagine? Like, oh, that sucks. It's kind of funny what he said, though. and he's right, man. If those dogs are dicks, they're going to run out there and, well, I mean, they know, you know what's going to happen to the dogs, because, you know, they got to protect themselves. Let's see. Crystal says this was a couple of years way before COVID. Isn't that weird? Doesn't that seem weird when you're talking about stuff and you're like, this was way before COVID, though, you know, before we couldn't do shit. Oh, man. See, Josie says throwing scenarios out into the universe is no joke. For real, dude. Yeah. For real. Oh, let me scroll back up. A bunch of these comments were going up and down. Let's see. You say dispatcher like it's a bad thing. Or are you talking about what I said about what the caller was calling me? Yeah, no. I was all about it. That's who I am. But it was the way he was saying it that made it funny. But of course, I can't laugh on the phone with him, you know, but I can hold my mouthpiece and be like, but yeah, the dude just kept calling me dispatcher over and over. There was another guy, a drunk dude, who called me, kept calling me, and he asked for my name, and I gave it, and he was just like, do your job, dispatcher. Do your job. He was a guy who was drunk, and he wanted an officer to go and give him a breathalyzer test because he wanted to prove that he wasn't as drunk as the bar said he was, the bar that kicked his ass out of it because he was being a dick. And he wanted to stay there because he spent a lot of money. The guy drove home alone, and I asked him about that. He's like, that's not the point, dispatcher. That's not the point. The officer did end up going out there because the guy called like 6 or 7 times and he got arrested for misuse of 911 and, you know, whatever else was going on. But yeah. See, Josie says, I had a caller who said she wanted to talk to someone smarter than me. When I explained we can't regulate the sky and where the fireworks are going off in the air. Oh, dude. Oh, man. That's a funny one right there. Holy cow. Okay, let's see here. I took a call at my first agency long ago. Caller reported a naked woman standing on the sidewalk near a school bus stop just before the bus was scheduled. Out of habit, I asked for a description. Okay, let me stop right there. That's true, right? It is a habit where you've got this line of questioning and you just continue to go through it. And then something like this happens where they're like, the person's naked. Okay, can you give me the description? What are they wearing? Or forget what I just said. Yep. So out of habit, I asked for description. Caller kept saying, there is so much hair. She looks to be Native American, but there was just so much hair. All right. Thank you, caller, for the description. Let's see. Trish says fried Oreos are the bomb. Are they? I've never had it. I've never had those before. You know, I mean, you can deep fry pretty much anything, but that's one thing that I have not tried. Is it worth it? Like, I'm sure it would kill my stomach because I'm lactose intolerant, and the Oreos. I don't know if it's milk chocolate. It's probably fake. Anyway, I don't know, but is it worth it? Fried Oreos, is it worth it? Let's see. Kelsey says I only have 3 shifts left here, so I don't give a fuck, and have been pretty loose with some callers and their bullshit. Oh man, I mean, whatever works, right? Let's see. Kristen says I would have told him, okay, I'll tell him to let the killer go. He'd never call back. Let's see. James says 1 January with 12-hour shifts. We only work 14 days out of the month, and we had a DOA each day we worked. Holy crap, dude. What? That's pretty nuts right there too. Chelsea says one of my city guys had a guy pull up on him and start yelling at my officer to turn down his headlights. Wait, what? One of my city guys had a guy pull up on him and start yelling at my officer to turn down his headlights. Oh, it needed to turn down his headlights. There's that knob. Can you turn down your headlights? Like, yes, let me hit the dimmer switch. Let's see. Melissa says, I would have let you say dispatcher like it's a bad thing slip out, purely by accident. Don says, at my agency, you don't ask things out of habit. You ask because if you don't, you get marked for it on your QA. That's true too. Yes. There were times, I mean, emergencies and non-emergencies, of course. Yeah. You're asking those because you know that your ass is going to get docked 100 points right off the bat if you don't get that address, that phone number, and the name. And if they're going, how many? Okay, I have to ask because I did this, so I have to ask. How many of you, in the beginning of the call, once you've got the address and the phone number, you're trying to get the person's name and what's going on, and they're just going off, and you're trying to get that information, and you're thinking, dude, I need you to give me your name because that's going to be 100 points. That's going to be 100 points on my QA that ends up going off, and you are not going to mess up my QA score. I'm going to be number 1 this month, man. I'm going to get that gift card. I just had to ask if any of you have ever thought that as well, because there were a few times where I would be taking a call and that's what I was thinking. Just in the back of my head, like, dude, I'm at the top right now. No one's going to bump me. Of course, I've already got all the information and stuff, but those are points that are there. Oh, geez. That is funny. See, Kelsey says fried Snickers bar. I have not had that either. I'm going to have to try that. Let's see. Kelsey says if someone came up to one of my officers and told them to turn their lights down, they turn on every light on in their car, probably the siren too, because that's the only thing to do, right? You would do the opposite. You're like, oh, all right, yeah, no, don't worry about it. Flick, flick, flick. Don says we have a policy that says when you are EMDing a call, you have to tell them that your questions aren't slowing anything down, and if you don't, you get marked off points for it. You get marked off points for not saying that part? That's a new one to me. Wow. I mean, how many points is that? How many points is it that you get taken off? Let's see. Kirsten says, I hate trying to get names. They're always so hateful. Kelsey says, sir, I'm in the Sir, I'm in the running for a free ham. Please just answer my questions. Uh, that ham is good, man. That's a good ham. God. Let's see. James says, this just confirms to me that I would hate Q&A programs. You know, but they're good though. They do help, dude. I have to say, as much as sometimes it seems like a pain, I mean, that just helps you out, the center out, and everyone else. I mean, it's that's some liability shit there if you're not asking these questions, and that just you know keeps it in there that you want to make sure to get all of that in. And of course, people are competitive, and that's why. And like that with Kelsey, I'm in the running for a free ham or a gift card or whatever. You know, I would say, at least for me personally, because I was a supervisor and I did all of the QAs for of course for my team, and then I would have another supervisor's QA, and of course they would have mine. They actually they work. The whole thing does work. So there's my 2 cents. Take it with however. Trish, your hashtag there. Yep, preach. Crystal says, I have to ask the question, have you been out of the country recently? 50 points off if you don't ask. Yeah. So that's another one. All of you have so much more questions that you have to ask than when I was in dispatch. God, it feels like so long ago. It was 7 years. I've been out of dispatch for 7 years now, but you know, the basic questions are all the same. But now with COVID, you have a whole new line of questioning that you have to go through as well. So that's craziness. Let's see. Don says, I'm not exactly sure how many points it is, but not saying that is a fail on one of them items on the list for the QA. Dang. Let's see. Oh, Kelsey says, you hate QA until you don't have it anymore. Mm-hmm. Don says, and having been in this line of work for 20 years and never had to say that until this agency this past August, I felt that one often in the last 4 months. Man, I mean, like I said, that's another one that you have to ask. And I would probably miss it too, because I'm so used to the same line of questioning. And of course, because it's ingrained in my head for points for Q&A and stuff, that those added ones, they might fall off there. Well, we are just over the hour, and I want to thank all of you so very much for joining me every Thursday here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for Open Mic Live. This has been an excellent session. Thank you all. And if you were new here, welcome. Welcome to the fun that is Open Mic. Again, there's a lot of stuff that we talk about, a lot of funny stories that we share, and I just enjoy this time with all of you. This is kind of therapeutic as well, to be able to share stories and just laugh it off. There's a lot of bullshit that's going on in the world, and it's cool to come on for an hour or whichever to talk with all of you, share what's going on with Within the Trenches Media, all the different projects that I have going on, and to be on here and to share these stories. And Kirsten, she says, I'm glad I hopped on for the first time. Yes, join us, keep coming back, join us often. Also, for those, I put that out there, Discord, you can join the community. We're going to have more stuff on there, and this was a good time. So thank you all so very much for the job that you do each and every day. Not many people can do it. It is a hard-ass job. Excuse me. But it is also a rewarding one, and it's badass. I dig it. It will always be a love of mine. So thank you all for everything that you do. Again, like I said, thank you to patrons. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. If you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Within the Trenches podcast. And did I say you could follow us on Twitter as well? That's @91podcast. Maybe I said it twice. Now I don't know. I was talking and got it out there. Anyway, you can send us an invite, request rather, there at the email address. And if you are looking for any bonus content, there's a lot more stuff coming out for patrons. And for patrons, actually, I can't turn my camera to show you, but I have several boxes here that are going out to patrons. I'll leave it at that. You'll see soon. If you want to jump on and be a patron, you can head over to patreon.com/WTT podcast, bonus content, singing badly in my car, on Discord. There in the trenches, there are 2 patron-only channels, and there's so much more. You can check us out, patreon.com/WTT podcast. And thank you all very, very much for the support and for, watching, listening, sharing, all of it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I will check you later. Have an excellent weekend. Be safe. And let's do this again next week. We've got a couple dispatchers roundtables that are going to be coming up as well. And next week, I'm going to be on location. So it's going to be fun. Have a good one, everyone. I love you all. Again, this has been awesome, laughing with you and sharing. Good night.